The race for instant delivery is transforming our cities. But who pays the real price for this convenience?
Zomato's massive $568 million gamble is under scrutiny tonight as investors question the company's aggressive expansion strategy.
Imagine waking up in the morning, opening an app and placing an order for, say, bread, eggs or even milk. And even before your coffee starts brewing, your order arrives. Order delivered within 10 minutes. Just a decade ago, this would have sounded impossible. But today, it has become a part of everyday urban life. Behind this transformation lies a powerful shift in consumer behavior. And economists call this shift as convenience economy. In today's world, consumers value time more than price. Instead of visiting stores or restaurants, people expect products to arrive instantly. Food, groceries, electronics, medicines, everything delivered to their doorstep within minutes. But this new economy did not appear overnight. It was built by a new generation of digital platforms, companies that use tech, logistics, and data to reshape how we consume. And one of the most influential companies driving this transformation in India is Zomato. But the story of Zomato did not begin with delivery. It began with something far more simpler, that is restaurant menus. The story begins in 2010. Two graduates from IIT Delhi, Dipinder Goyal and Pankaj Chadha. At that time, Dipinder was working at Bain & Company. Every afternoon, he noticed something very interesting. Employees would spend 10 to 15 minutes browsing through physical restaurant menus before placing an order. Stacks of menus were scattered across the office. Searching for food was very inefficient, and that's when an idea emerged. What if restaurant menus were digitized and searchable online? So Dipinder and Pankaj began scanning restaurant menus and uploading them onto a website. They called it Foodiebay. The platform allowed users to search restaurants, view menus, read reviews, and even explore cuisines. Restaurants could also advertise their listing to gain visibility. Soon, the concept quickly gained traction. Foodiebay expanded from Delhi to other major cities. In 2010, the company rebranded itself as Zomato. At this stage, Zomato was not a delivery company. It was a restaurant discovery platform. But something bigger was about to happen, a transformation driven by smartphones. Between 2012 and 2016, India experienced a massive shift in technology. Smartphones became affordable, digital payments became mainstream, and mobile internet usage exploded. And suddenly, consumers had powerful computers in their pockets. And these devices fundamentally changed how people interacted with services. Food ordering was no exception. Consumers no longer wanted to search for restaurants. They wanted something far more convenient. They wanted food delivered directly to their homes. This created the perfect conditions for the rise of food delivery platforms. And Zomato began evolving. Instead of simply helping people discover restaurants, it started helping them order food directly from the app. But entering the delivery business was not easy, because another startup had already entered the market and it was growing extremely fast. Its name was Swiggy. When Zomato entered food delivery, it discovered something very important. Running a discovery platform is easy, but running a logistics network is extremely difficult. Food delivery required completely new set of infrastructure. Delivery riders, real-time tracking system, restaurant integration, route optimization algorithms, order management system. This transformed Zomato from a media platform into a logistics technology company. Competition with Swiggy intensified. Both companies fought aggressively for customers. They offered heavy discounts, free delivery, promotional offers. This period became known as food delivery war in India. Despite intense competition, both companies grew rapidly and they created something powerful, a two-sided digital marketplace connecting restaurants and customers. In order to understand Zomato's growth, we first need to start by understanding the major transformations happening across the Indian economy. Between 2015 and 2023, India experienced one of the fastest growing digital revolutions in the world. The three forces drove this transformation. The first one was smartphone penetration. Affordable smartphones and cheaper mobile data allowed hundreds of millions of Indians to access the internet. The second one was digital payments. Consumers no longer needed cash. The introduction of UPI made online transactions instant and frictionless. Payments could now be completed in seconds. And the third force was urban lifestyle changes. As cities became busier and work hours increased, people began prioritizing convenience over price. Instead of traveling to stores, consumers prefer ordering products online. This combination of tech, payments, and lifestyle shifts gave birth to a powerful new industry, that is e-commerce. Companies like Amazon and Flipkart transformed how Indians shopped. From electronics to clothing to groceries, everything could now be ordered online. And this industry continued growing at an incredible pace. Experts estimate that India's e-commerce market could reach $325 to $350 billion by 2030. But within this industry, a new and even faster model was emerging. As e-commerce matured, companies realized something very important. Consumers were buying online not just for convenience, but because they wanted to save time. But traditional e-commerce had a limitation. Delivery took 1 to 3 days, and even for food delivery apps, it took them 30 to 45 minutes. But urban consumers wanted something faster. They wanted instant gratification. This led to the birth of a new category, that is quick commerce. Instead of centralized warehouses, quick commerce companies built dark stores. These are small micro warehouses located close to residential areas. When a customer places an order, products are picked instantly and delivered within 10 to 15 minutes. This drastically reduced delivery time. This concept quickly gained popularity in major cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, Hyderabad, and Pune. Within just a few years, quick commerce became one of the fastest growing segments in retail.
As a quick commerce opportunity in India becomes clear, several new startups entered this market. One of the most aggressive ones was Zomato. Founded by two young entrepreneurs, they have built their whole model around a 10-minute delivery. Another competitor entered this market. You all might know them, the food delivery giant Swiggy with their Swiggy Instamart. Well, they built their whole model around the same 10-minute delivery mark. But where they differed was the strategy. The different strategies that Zepto and Swiggy and many other competitors in the market use. Their strategies differed in logistics, technology, their dark store network, and etc. and etc. But another food giant, the competitor of Swiggy, Zomato, has still not entered this market fully. You are facing a strategic decision whether they should stay in the food delivery market or whether they should enter this quick commerce war that has been going on in India. The year is 2022. The bombshell dropped. Zomato had just acquired Blinkit, formerly known as Grofers. There were many factors that went into this decision making of Zomato acquiring Grofers. One of the main ones was the vast network of dark stores that Grofers had. But while at time of acquisition, Blinkit was still losing money. When investors critiqued the move of Zomato, they said that delivering groceries in 10 minutes would never be profitable. Yet, Zomato saw something different. They poured into Blinkit. With Blinkit, Zomato entered into the groceries market. Even a small share of that market could lead to huge revenue opportunities. I am saying this because this market is $600 billion big. And even the small share for Zomato would mean a lot to their revenues. After acquiring Blinkit, Zomato started pouring money into Blinkit. They started building dark stores across major cities. Every dark store operated in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius. That would mean that delivery in minutes was very much possible, which was the whole point of the quick commerce industry. Blinkit had another advantage in their side, inventory optimization. What they did is not stockpile every inventory into the dark stores. They just stockpiled the most essential important inventory in their dark stores. These included milk, vegetables, personal care products, etc. Advanced algorithms help us to analyze customer demand. This tells us which products the customers are going to order the next time. This allows the company to maintain a high rate of availability while minimizing their costs. Within a few years, Blinkit became the largest in their market, but the competition was far from over. So now, there are three main competitors in the quick commerce market. There is Zepto, there is Swiggy Instamart, and then there is our very own Blinkit. Each of them are in a race to build the largest dark store network in a city's infrastructure. You know why? Because the larger the dark store network, the faster it delivers. The faster it delivers, the more customers it attracts. This becomes a huge logistical advantage for the company that dominates a city's infrastructure. Because once it dominates a city's infrastructure, it means that it becomes extremely difficult for the competitors to catch up in that city. That's why billions of dollars are poured into this industry, because whoever captures this industry will capture the future of urban retail distribution.
The secret behind quick commerce is not speed, it is infrastructure design. Traditional e-commerce companies use large centralized warehouse located outside the cities. Products are shipped from this warehouse to customers. This process takes 1 to 3 days. Quick commerce uses a completely different system. Instead of large warehouses, companies build dark stores. Dark stores are small micro warehouses located inside residential neighborhoods. Each dark store serves a radius of 2 to 3 kilometers. This ensures the delivery rider can reach the customer within minutes. When a customer places an order, the nearest dark store receives the request. Products are picked immediately. The delivery rider collects the order and heads directly to the customer. This entire process takes only few minutes. Dark stores are carefully located in the high density urban areas. Cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi allow this model to work because large number of customers live closely together. This density ensures a high number of orders per hour, and that is what makes quick commerce model viable. Quick commerce may look simple from outside, but its economics are very complex. Each order generates revenue from multiple sources. First is product margin, which is the difference between wholesale price and selling price. Second, platform charges delivery fees. Third, brand fee for advertising and product visibility on their platform. And finally, platforms earn commission from suppliers. However, the costs are also significant. Company must cover their expenses such as warehouse rent, delivery rider salary, inventory management, and technology infrastructure. Because of this cost, quick commerce company focus on 3 key metrics. The first one is average order value, meaning higher basket sizes improve profitability. The second is customer acquisition cost, which measures how much it costs to acquire a new customer. And the third is customer lifetime value, which represents the total revenue a customer generates over the time. For a business to be sustainable, customer lifetime value must be higher than customer acquisition cost. Once company achieve this at scale, the quick commerce model becomes economically viable.
In business strategy, there is a concept called the blue ocean strategy. Usually, companies operate in highly competitive environments. These environments are usually called as the red ocean, since all the competitors are fighting for a higher market share. Food delivery became a red ocean for Zomato, with upcoming brands like Swiggy, etc. Companies competed through higher profit margins, higher discounts, and delivery speeds. Instead of fighting endlessly in this red ocean, Zomato decided to create a completely new opportunity for themselves. Quick commerce allowed the company to launch a completely new product and a new market strategy. Instead of only delivering restaurant food, Zomato decided to also deliver groceries, etc. These food delivery orders usually were 6 to 8 times per month per user, but with quick commerce, this improved and increased to 50 to 20 times per month. This increase in order frequency significantly improved the website engagement, and that is why Blinkit acquisition became such a critical strategic move. Many successful technology companies nowadays follow a model called the Flywheel Model for their growth. So instead of using a regular linear growth model, they create a self-reinforcing loop onto themselves. For Zomato, this flywheel looks as follows. More restaurants join the platform. This increases food variety. More food variety attracts more customers. More customers place more orders. More orders attract more delivery partners. Faster delivery improves customer experience, and better experience attracts even more restaurants. This continuous cycle creates a very powerful momentum. Blinkit operates a similar flywheel. More dark stores lead to more faster deliveries. Faster deliveries increase customer satisfaction. Satisfied customers place more orders and they place it more frequently. Higher order volume generates more revenue, and that revenue allows the company to open even more dark stores. Over time, this flywheel accelerates growth dramatically. Zomato is not just a delivery service, it's a multi-sided digital platform. This digital platform connects a varying set of users. These users include customers, restaurants, delivery partners, advertisers, and suppliers. This structure creates something very extremely powerful: network effects. As more restaurants join the platform becomes more valuable to its customers. As more customers join in, restaurants gain greater exposure. Delivery partners also benefit from increased order volume. These network effects create market consolidation. Eventually, only a few dominant platforms survive. This is why India's food delivery market is dominated by just two companies, Zomato and Swiggy. Once the platform achieves scale, it becomes very difficult for new competitors to catch up. One of the most widely used business frameworks is called the Porter's Five Forces model. This framework analyzes the competitive intensity of an industry. First is competitive rivalry. The quick commerce industry is highly competitive, with players including Zomato's Blinkit, Zepto, and Swiggy's Instamart. Second, the threat of new entrants. Building quick commerce infrastructure requires massive capital investment. Dark stores, logistics systems, and inventory management create significant barriers. Third, supplier power. The suppliers include grocery brands and restaurants. Large brands may have bargaining power. However, the platform provides access to millions of customers. Fourth, buyer power. Customers have high bargaining power, because of which switching between apps is extremely easy. And finally, threat of new substitutes. Customers could still cook at home or visit physical stores. However, convenience reduces the likelihood of substitution. Overall, this industry remains competitive but extremely promising. Another very important framework that the companies use nowadays is called the Ansoff Matrix. This matrix calculates a company's growth over time using 4 strategies. First strategy being market penetration. Zomato has expanded food delivery services across major cities in India. Secondly, product development. The company introduced new services such as Blinkit's quick commerce. Thirdly, market development. Zomato is expanding into Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Cities like Jaipur, Indore, and Lucknow represent new growth markets for Zomato. And finally, diversification. The company is entering completely new sectors, including retail, logistics, and instant commerce. This structured expansion strategy explains how Zomato has evolved from a very simple restaurant delivery platform into a multi-vertical digital commerce company.
Today, Zomato is no longer a simple food delivery app. It has evolved into a multi-vertical digital commerce platform. Instead of relying on a single business model, Zomato now operates on a multiple interconnected businesses. Each business plays a different role in their ecosystem. There are 4 major businesses in Zomato's head. First, the food delivery app Zomato. Second, the quick commerce app Blinkit, and the restaurant supply services app Hyperpure, and the lifestyle discovery app District. Well, this diversification strategy helps Zomato to capture value across a consumer's journey. For example, a single consumer might be interacting with Zomato's ecosystem several times a day. In the morning, it might order milk, vegetables through Blinkit. In the afternoon, they might order lunch from Zomato. In the evening, they might go out for a dining experience through this trade. Restaurants supplying food to these consumers might order the supplies or their ingredients from Hyperpure. Together, these services form a connected ecosystem of commerce and insights. Zomato's revenue structure has evolved significantly over time. Originally, the revenue structure only included one thing: restaurant advertising. Restaurants paid to Zomato so that they could appear higher in their search results. Well, Zomato's revenue has diversified a lot after this. Their major source of revenue is still the food delivery business. They earn from advertising revenue from restaurants, restaurant commissions, and delivery charges. Their second major source of revenue is Hyperpure. Well, Hyperpure is responsible for providing supplies like ingredients, spices, vegetables, milk, etc. to the restaurants. This contributes 31% to their revenue. Well, the food delivery gives 40% to their revenue. The third avenue is Blinkit. Blinkit is a quick commerce app and it contributes 26% to the Zomato's revenue. But it is the fastest growing segment for Zomato. And last but not the least, the District app, which is their lifestyle app. It contributes a small part, which is around 3 to 4% of the revenue. But it is a very important part for Zomato as it helps to integrate the ecosystem. Together, this contributes to a 20,000 plus crore in revenue in FY25 for Zomato. So now let's talk about Hyperpure. Hyperpure is Zomato's most strategic yet the most least discussed business. Unlike quick commerce or food delivery, Hyperpure comes in on the supply side of the restaurants. Restaurants need a steady supply of ingredients. These include vegetables, dairy products, spices, etc. Traditionally, restaurants procure these from vendors and wholesale markets. Well, this process can be a little bit inconsistent and inefficient. This is where Hyperpure jumps in. Hyperpure provides a centralized procurement platform to these restaurants. Restaurants can order from these platforms and get standardized quality products. This system offers various advantages. Firstly, it improves the supply chain efficiency. Second, it strengthens Zomato's relationship with the restaurants. And third, it provides Zomato an additional revenue stream beyond their food commissions. Most importantly, Hyperpure helps to integrate this restaurant in Zomato's ecosystem. Restaurants that depend on Zomato for their ingredients are more likely to stay active on their platform. This creates an ecosystem lock-in.
Restart.
While food delivery is a strong business, Blinkit is emerging as Zomato's future growth engine. The reason in it lies in consumer behavior. Food delivery happens very occasionally. Customers may order from food delivery apps several times a month, whereas groceries are very essential. Customers may order groceries several times a month, maybe several times a week, or maybe several times a day as well. For example, food delivery orders may be 6 to 8 per month, whereas quick commerce grocery platforms may get 15 to 20 orders per month. Higher order frequency leads to higher revenue generation, and it also leads to improved customer lifetime value. Blinkit is also expanding its product categories. In addition to groceries, Blinkit now also sells electronics, personal care products, household products, and even smartphones in some cities. This shows that Blinkit is not just a grocery platform. It is a full retail distribution center. Back up!
The growth of e-commerce is transforming several industries at the same time. First, it is reshaping retail distribution. Traditional neighborhoods, grocery stores are now competing with digital delivery platforms. Second, it is transforming urban logistics with thousands of dark stores and delivery hubs being built across the cities. Third, the industry is creating large-scale employment as hundreds of thousands of delivery riders now work in last-mile logistics. Fourth, Quick commerce is accelerating the use of digital payment, especially through UPI, which makes transaction instant and seamless. And finally, it is driving innovation in supply chain technology with companies investing in data analytics, artificial intelligence, demand forecasting. Together, these developments are helping accelerate the growth of India's digital economy. India's e-commerce industry is growing rapidly. Expert estimates it could reach $325 to $350 billion by 2030. Within this space, quick commerce is one of the fastest growing segments. There are four main reasons behind this growth. First is urbanization. More people are moving to cities, creating dense consumer market. Second, smartphone penetration. Millions of Indians now use smartphone to shop online. Third is the rise of digital payment, especially the UPI, which makes transaction quick and seamless. And finally, changing consumer behavior. Today's consumer value speed and convenience, and quick commerce perfectly meets these expectations. Together, this factor create huge growth potential for Indian digital e-commerce ecosystem. Today, India's quick commerce industry is witnessing an intense competition between three key major players: Blinkit, Zepto, and Swiggy Instamart. Blinkit is backed by Zomato, focuses on building dense network of dark stores. The idea is simple: the closer the warehouse is to the customer, the faster the delivery is. Zepto focuses strongly on technology and operational efficiency, using optimized logistics system to reduce delivery time and cost. Swiggy Instamart takes a different approach by integrating quick commerce with its existing food delivery network, allowing it to use same riders and logistic infrastructure. Although their strategy differs, the goal is same: to build the largest and fastest delivery network. Because once a company builds a dense network in a city, it becomes really very difficult for competitors to catching up. One of the biggest debate in quick commerce is profitability. Delivering products in 10 minutes sounds impressive, but the economics are challenging. Companies need many dark stores across the cities, along with delivery riders, inventory, and strong technology system to manage thousands of orders in real time. All this lead to high operational cost. In the early stages, most quick commerce companies operate at loss because they focus on gaining market share and scaling their network. As the business grows, efficiency improves, delivery route become optimized, inventory moves faster, and customer acquisition cost decreases. So the real question is not whether quick commerce can become profitable, it's which company will achieve the scale and profitability first. From scanning restaurant menus to building one of the India's most powerful delivery networks, Zomato has constantly reinvented itself. But the real turning point was a bold decision: a $568 million gamble on Blinkit. What many call risky may turn out to be its smartest move, because this wasn't just an acquisition, it was a bet on the future of instant commerce. And if Zomato gets it right, it won't just deliver food, it will deliver the future.